We are collecting some bulls. We're going to check them out. We're going to have a look at their willies, which is good, and check their semen. So it's electroejaculator. These are a little electrical current goes through. Really low. So if I put this on manual, this is an automatic. This is a pulsator 5. Put that on manual. Crank the power all the way up to top gear. So that's top, and then the rear set all the way up. That's full noise. That is as loud as it gets. And if I get my hand wet, ooh, you want to feel it? Check it out. It's cool. Get your hand wet. Here, try it. Put your hand on. Feel that tingle? Just a little tingle. Want to feel? Have a little feel. Just a tingle. Just a real light tingle, eh? So yeah, it's just a very light tingle. And what that's going to do is we're going to put it in rectally. It's going to stimulate its accessory sex glands, which is going to cause it to bar up. We're going to collect a sample. A little low traumatic way of doing it. There's a friend of mine, Dr. Bob Mortimer. When he was doing his PhD, he did his in theriogenology. He was running bulls in and collecting them every day to see what would happen to their semen quality over time. He was at a bull testing center, and so he was bringing in these 10 bulls, checking them over and over again. But there were more bulls there, so he thought, I know what I'll do. I'll bring another 10. And I'll run them through. Look out! I'll run them through the yards. I'll collect the 110. The other 10 I'll just run them through the crush. And he let them stand in the crush for a minute or two, about as long as it takes to do a semen test, and then he let them out. By about the 3rd or 4th day, no bullshit. According to Dr. Mortimer, the bulls that were getting tested were waiting at the gate on the subsequent days. So people go, but they make noise. I go, well, so do I sometimes. Righto. So here's what we're gonna do. So we got some lube here. Do a bit of a stir. There's a little bull here. We got a bar there so he can't back up, so it doesn't hurt Davey. Just gotta slide that into his bum. You got a lot of room in their bum, these bulls. Just set that in there, so that's sitting neatly eventually. So again, his prostate, his vesicular glands that we don't have as humans, we've got prostate. But the bulbourethral glands, they're all there, and it's just gonna start at a very low level and it's worked its way up. It'll never even get to that level that we were just doing with our hands. We'll collect the semen well before then. So. Here's our ute over here. So I'll just mobile lab a little bit. Got a phase contrast microscope. Got a heated stage because it's a little bit cool today, keeping things running. This is how I clean my valve between bulls. Cover slips, slides stand warm. Here's my 11 cup. Come over here. How you going, Cowboy? P105 Diamond Tree. What'd you get for this bull, Davey? Do you remember?
Hey.
What'd you pay for this bull?
5,000.
5, yep.
Come on out, son. So he's starting to show us Mr. Pinky. Most bulls will exteriorize their willies. Occasionally get one that just is a little bit maybe shy as far as exteriorizing his penis.
If I need to, I can hijack this and run it on manual.
Since he's doing the job, he's starting to... So this is all pre-ejaculate, so that's got a little bit of bicarb in it, kind of neutralizes anything that could have been in that, anything that could have been in that semen. We got a bit of semen there, and yeah, just get a good look at his willy. Make sure there's nothing wrong with that prepuce. Looks pretty good. Hit reset. We'll take that out in a second, and we'll come over here to the cross. So that's about a 4 for concentration. Again, I got a heated stage, keeping things warm so the swimmers don't get all cold shocked. If they get cold shocked, they behave abnormally. Doing mass activity, all part of the Australian Cattle Vets Bull Check program. So that's a 5 for mass activity. So it's a good concentration, which is good, and a good mass activity. So those two things together, mass activity is based on motility and concentration. So I just want to dilute it so I can actually see what's going on at the individual semen. So I've got my cover slips. Grab one of these. How you going? Got my warm saline here. Little trick for the pros. Just cut a little hole in here so if that drops out, all my warm saline doesn't spill out. Got a dropper specific for the warm saline. You don't want to mix the semen around as much as you can. Stir that into that drop of warm saline, drop that down, and now I can look at it up close.
go. Zoom in at, that's 40 power, now taking it up to 100 power. Yeah, that's 80% progressive motility, which is an estimate, which is good. So he's good to go. We'll do a morphology sample, so I'll put that in here. We've worked out that the taxis are going to the airport. Now we're just going to work out if anybody's in the taxi. So we'll send this off to make sure that the whole process of meiosis, which made that semen, whether it worked properly. So if you're getting your bull's semen tested, this is only half the job. In reality, it's probably only 35–40% of the job. This is far more important, according to the research, whether or not the morphology of that semen is normal. Because if they've got bad morphology and the process of meiosis hasn't occurred properly, they can go all the way, get to the egg first, boom, and they screw it up for everybody else. So we want to make sure that the semen were properly manufactured by Old Mate here, and that's done by morphology, 1000 power under a phase contrast microscope. And there's formalin and saline in here. We unscrew the lid, put a little drop of Old Mate's baby batter in there. Boop. Those little dudes will stop swimming, and that goes to all the way across to Queensland. So pretty much like sending it from California to Florida. To have someone who's very good at looking at it give us a analysis on that sperm morphology, what they call spermiogram. So that's it. We'll get another bull and we just keep on trucking. Cheers.